Welcome into the back nine of the final round of the 2021 battle for Bedford. If you haven't watched the front nine or round 1 and 2, be sure to check those out. We're out here at New London Tech Disc Golf Course. My name's Hunter Thomas. I was the TD for the event, joined by my co-TD, Trevor Staub, and we have a card of Paul McBeth, Luke Samson, Gavin Babcock, and Mr. Evan Smith here. Rounding it out, Paul, front nine, a little bit of a heater going, 7 under through the front nine. And the front nine is typically the harder to score on. Rest of the cards playing pretty solid as well. And here we go. Starting off hole 10, 444 foot, par 3.
There's a lot of jockeying for position going on right now, considering where Paul is. Let's try looking maybe a little bit left from him. Yeah, left and short. Didn't really got that to flip up at all.
Yeah, you typically want a pushing hyzer off this tee here.
Yeah.
Or something flat to hyzer.
The less far you throw, the more push you need.
That's just a good advice for life.
Yeah. Kind of a similar shot there. Just not
circle's
really
edge.
any flip up. This one's pushing further.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good.
Get down, though.
Oh.
Actually, long.
Did it hit the rocks or just skip long?
It just took a weird skip.
I thought it hit the rocks.
This one needs to get down, too. A little bit tight, but it looks like a good distance. Yeah, just a little bit early left. So everybody's going to have kind of tricky looks here if they want to make birdie.
Yeah, nothing
Not
too
a really good
straightforward.
group of drives there.
No. There's typically like a good way to get your back nine started. You'll typically see a lot of birdies on this hole. Everyone has an option at it, so we could see 4 birdies here. Yeah, solid putt from Paul.
There's one.
Looks like about a 40-ish footer or so. Good birdie there. Pushing him to 8 under through 10 holes. Good putt from Luke there as well. There's 2.
Wow, yeah. Not great drives, but doing the rest of the work.
Hey, there's no pictures on the scorecard.
That's right.
We are watching round coverage, though.
Also.
There's 3.
Hey, how about this?
Can Evan do it?
That's always like the most pressure, I feel like, because he's got the one you'd expect to make.
Yeah.
Just got big putted 3 times in a row. Oh.
Yeah.
Yep. And he felt it.
There it is. That'll happen. I mean, that's happened to all of us multiple times. Feeling the pressure. Everyone else just hit big putts. I mean, he still has a little bit of a comebacker here. Nope. Didn't feel the pressure on that one. Stays a par. 3 under on the hole, though, for that group after the grouping of drives. Not bad. Huge shout out to Bluechip Technologies making this tournament happen. They're the title sponsor, and they've been a huge supporter of disc golf in Virginia in general, not just our area. Hole 11's a 590-foot par 4. It goes into a very, very tight tunnel to the basket
real solid.
After this drive. You kind of just want to get left, Paul's obviously a little off the fairway, but in that area is where you want to be.
Yeah, the further left, the better chance you have of having a look down the gap, just based on how tight the angle is. Luke really doing something flippy there.
Yeah, got hung up a little bit. Ooh.
That's looking early.
Yeah, shot down very early. That's going to make this hole a little longer than you'd ever want. Evan going with a fairway driver here. Typically, players like a putter or mid, less ground action, but that's sneaking through a lot.
Yeah, snuck through.
Going to be very far left. That's going to be
Depends on what he has out of that initial stuff, because he might...
Probably just a layup
yeah.
to the tunnel. If I had to guess. This looks aggressive from Gavin. No, it's up there. Kind of in the middle. Should have somewhat of an angle. Tough to know if he's on the left or right side of the fairway.
This isn't too bad here for Luke. He needs to get something to flip up in there. Yeah, he's kind of looking down the gap, I think, from there. Ooh, yeah, this ended up very far left.
Yeah, just trying to get back into the fairway, back to have some type of angle down the tunnel. You can see the tunnel here. Paul's kind of framed up again. He's a little farther left than the fairway, but he's got a shot. That's the right side. Ooh.
Just flipped up a little too much.
Good second kick, though, because that can get into the... It's not bamboo. It's just a bunch of small trees, but it looks like bamboo. If you get too far into there, it can be very tough. That was a little fluffed from Evan. Didn't quite get enough snap on that thing. A little nose up, ended short right. That was a solid looking shot from Gavin. Just, again, didn't quite get through. This tunnel is so tight. Surprised Paul's not straddling out to the right there.
Yeah, must have something where you can go pretty direct at it. No, I guess he was just committing to kind of laying it up, although kind of chucked it a little far.
Evan looks like he has a line through here.
You kind of do have to just take what you get once you get in there. Throw it through whichever gap's available.
There we go. Solid putt from Gavin.
Really nice.
Par save there. After hitting early, you know that feels good. Didn't quite get it there. Bogey for Evan. Should have a par cleanup for Paul here. Bogey for Luke. And that wraps up that hole. Shout out to Foundation Disc Golf. Check out some new discs over at foundationdisc.com as we head into hole 12 here, 344-foot par 3. Pretty much two options here, the right gap like Paul just threw, or you can kind of go straight at it. There is OB on the right side, which is the left side of your screen right now. We see those white stakes, and then the left side down the hill, there's some OB as well.
Yeah, two options here, but really most players are going to elect for that right side gap.
Yeah, it's much more favorable. That looks OB.
Yeah, that never quite got out. There's typically, like, Paul's play there was pretty common, which is to throw something flat and kind of force it over. If you do throw the hyzer flip, you need to make sure you have something that won't flip all the way over like that did for Gavin.
Ooh, a little inside from Luke, but that's getting a little flip up. Should be okay. Nothing great, but it's in play.
It's one of those shots that's kind of asking for a lot because you got to push something to the right, but it needs to have enough integrity to come back. But then it also needs to not be too overstable at the end because that green is slanted and it will push you left.
Solid shot there from Evan.
Long jumper for par. That's going to be an unfortunate bogey there. Long birdie look now for Luke. Ooh, decent bid.
Another birdie for Paul.
Yeah,
He's
Paul's
now
on a
9
tear.
under through 12.
Yeah.
What on earth is going on out there? I mean, he's getting close to the course record through 12 holes. Like the overall course record.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Solid par from Luke there. Tap out a bogey for Gavin here. Unfortunate bogey after that OB. throws his hands up. Don't know if that's reacting to the crowd or what was going on. Double G Craft Jerky. Shout out to them. Good snack to get you through. Paul's been going a lot to these standstill forehands as we step up to hole 13, a par 4, 527 feet. I just want to get something into the gap and in play.
That's
fine.
Yeah.
Nothing great there, but nothing. I mean,
there's not
it'll
trouble.
be okay. Yeah. A little bit more aggressive play.
Yeah. Let's see if it makes it back to the left gap. And it
Looks like it's.
It may have skipped. It's either in the left gap or it skipped past it a little bit too much. But he may have a look there. It's difficult. There's not very wide spots to be in for like that perfect spot.
The fairway kind of splits here. Luke's right in the middle of the split, so you can either go right or left.
A lot of scrambling that goes on once you get in that gap. That's a little bit high.
Gavin seems to be going with the play that I've been liking recently, which is just throwing something on hyzer into that gap and just trying to get as far left as you can towards that left side of the fairway.
See what Paul tries to do here because
he's definitely
right at the
off.
mouth of the gap. Yeah, he's super pinched, so he's going to have to go very high. Oh, he's kind of trying to cut it through.
Might be going skip shot at the end here. Work that back left, which,
what
yeah.
in the world?
Inside the circle somehow.
Okay.
Apparently that's how you play this hole.
Yeah, I guess that works.
Gavin didn't quite make it to the left fairway. A little sneaky forehand, unfortunately.
Oh, nice in the left fairway.
Yeah, there you go. One way to do it. Luke's on the edge of this right side fairway.
Interesting line.
You wanted that to flip a little bit more than it did. Actually, quite a bit more than it did.
That was interesting shot selection there. Yeah, nicely done.
Fine shot there.
Evan had the most normal look there.
Pretty straightforward approach here. Interesting. Right in the line.
Yeah, a bunch of putts from the same spot there.
Be about 20, 25 feet. Up shot from Luke there. And then we should have a bunch of putts from this right side here. There's one. Good birdie for Paul.
Another birdie for Paul.
Solid birdie for Evan there. Could be a par, I believe, for Gavin. There it is. Solid par for Gavin. And a tap-in par for Luke, as well as we head into a par 3, hole 14 here. After a quick shout-out to my disc in a box. Hole 14, 390-foot par 3, kind of goes down this hill. That is a mistake from Paul there. It goes down the hill and continues to the right, and then it's an elevated pin once you get down there.
Yeah, I'm thinking that caught the left side of that tree. It looked like that's never any good.
No, I mean, it depends on kind of where it stops after it kicks. If it stays in that open field, it's not bad. But if it gets all the way across into the woods, it can be very bad.
Yes. This one, caught a tree, but still
a good
pushing,
line, yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's the type of line that can park it if it hadn't caught that little leafy branch there.
I'm not sure what this orange disc is for Luke, but he loves it.
Yeah, he goes to it a lot.
He just throws these crazy hyzer flips. That one, kind of similar to the last one, gets a kick, but ends up okay.
Not too bad over there. Should have a straightforward up and down.
Ooh, this could be saw. It's turning a little bit too much.
Yeah.
It might catch the right gap, though. Needs to fight those trees.
That's
yeah.
okay. Again, easy up and down from there. That's the mistake to make. You'd rather overturn it than over-hyzer it on this hole, that's for sure.
Yes.
Okay, so Paul did get all the way across into this.
This is not good, so we'll see what
He's
he
looking
does.
very high here.
He's going to have to get way up in the air.
He's almost going with a stall shot, looking for that to kind of come backwards towards the pin. It is. It might be too far left, though. Yeah.
Yeah. That was going to be very difficult to make anything out of that. It's probably that's probably the worst place you can end up off the tee. At least in my experience, and I've found a lot of them.
Long jumper from Luke.
Just kind of pushed it. Paul didn't have anything from that ceiling. Just kind of had to lay it up.
That'll be his first blemish of the round, I believe. Currently seeing it looks like 10 under par
Yeah,
before this bogey.
what an interesting hole to have the have the bogey on.
Gavin with a solid bid there. Solid bid from Evan as well.
Ooh. Almost splashed that one out right, but
It's in the bucket.
the
It's all that
par is
matters.
in there. Happens for par, and then the lone bogey. To the back of the card you go. Paul McBeth.
Shout out to Pastry Dies, some of the coolest dies in the game. We step up to hole 15, 668-foot par 4. You kind of just want to throw a straight shot out this gap, try to get into this field, kind of like Evan just did. That is about perfect. Yeah, that's incredible. Then you're going up the hill over here, and the basket's near that line of trees back there. Oh, that's pulled a little right and kicked farther right. Yeah. That's an appropriate reaction.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
Forehand is the other option here. See a lot of players go to.
Almost
Didn't
snuck
quite
out.
get out, but that's not bad. It got far enough forward that like you should have an easy pitch out into the fairway out there. Looking pretty good from Paul.
Yeah, as long as that settles.
Yep,
Nothing
that's
wrong with
just
that.
fine.
Yep.
Just fine. All right, we'll see what Luke has here on this right side of the fairway. Sometimes you can have some sneaky gaps, but a lot of times it's a jail over there. Looks like he's in jail. He's going back towards the fairway here. And that's out.
Yep, that's all you can do.
Yeah, it's a good recovery shot from over there. Nothing wrong with that. Good position play from Gavin there. Looking to get up and down from there for his par. Solid shot from Luke.
Yeah,
He'll have
pretty
a
good.
putt to save his par there.
Looking pretty good.
Yeah. Great shot from Paul there. Good recovery after that bogey on the last hole.
The only real difficulty in this upshot, it's pretty wide open, is just kind of figuring out where the basket is in relation to you, because you're kind of going slightly up the hill. A lot of times you can just see the very top of that band. You just got to make sure you get it to simmer down, because the green is a little bit quick. That's well done.
Yeah, well done from Evan as well. Gavin looking to get up and down for his par here. Oh, he really got behind that one. Yeah, a little long, but that'll be fine.
Yeah, it always makes it easier when you just throw it on hyzer.
Ah, another one just right side for Luke. Solid putt for Gavin.
Bit of a tester here for Evan. Oh, man. Just kind of yanked that one a little bit. Paul goes ahead and taps out his birdie. He's right back on track.
Solid putt from Evan there. I know he would have liked the birdie, but able to salvage the par. And drop in for Luke for the bogey. Head into hole 16 here, 435-foot par 3. Typically a forehand for players, but Paul's trying this flippy backhand through this right stuff. Kind of follows the road and then shoots off to the right. You can see the basket there. Not a bad shot from Paul. Should have an easy up and down for a 3.
Yeah, the backhand, it's very natural shape to hit that initial gap, kind of like that, but then you do need a little bit of help at the end, either by getting your disc to flip super late or just kind of sneaking through the right side. The forehand is the more natural play here if you want to try and get all the way on an S line to the basket, but it is difficult, especially because you have to put a lot of power on it. This one just needs to beat the first corner. Not quite able to. That is another difficult thing, is you getting your forehand can't just have a super quick turn. It's almost like you have to throw something that flips and turns rather than just kind of forcing something over, because it is a bit of distance to get around that first corner. That one started out a little bit right. Never quite made it out of it. Although it might have pushed up quite a ways.
Yeah, it's not awful.
Yeah, judging on the reaction from the gallery there.
That is a very flippy disc.
Yeah, that line works, but then you throw something that flippy, you have to get it perfect to have something want to come out at the end.
Good shot from Evan there. A pretty tough one to execute. Good up shots from Luke and Paul. See what kind of look Gavin has here. Framed up for him. Never had a chance. Decent line, just never had the power to get it there. Should be a whole bunch of pars. Pretty typical on this hole. It's a tough birdie to get, but it's definitely birdieable, which makes it just one that's somewhat hard to bogey, unless you hit early, really.
If you're looking for a hole that's not hard to bogey, check out the next one.
Yeah, honestly. Yeah, hole 17, what we're about to walk into, is one of the hardest holes on a very hard course. I absolutely love these shirts. So funny. The hole 17, 713-foot par 4. Pretty much dead straight, then dog legs to the right. Lots of trees in between you and the basket, and that looks about as good as you can do it.
Yeah, this might actually be too far.
Yeah, that's too good. That's too
Yeah,
good. So he pushed through the
corner.
fairway into the backside. Kind of where the cameraman's standing is exactly the line you kind of want. Still a great spot from Paul, but you'd much rather be where he is than where you can end up on this hole.
That's
another
nice
good one, too.
Yeah.
That's looking really good.
Drop down at the end. Ooh, I had to fight through some stuff. This could be really good.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
That, I mean, you could
That's incredible.
You could hardly walk out there and place one better. Wow. Yeah, that is so good.
It's also looking pretty good. A little overturned, but getting up there and making that mistake is a lot better than making one early.
Yeah, this
so good disc choice from Gavin
course
there.
has a couple like almost bounties out there for just holes that if you birdie, it's like a bucket list almost. Hole 2, hole 6, and hole 17 are kind of 3 of them. Just a little bit overturned. Yeah, it'll be okay.
Yeah, a little pinched off, but getting far enough. Forward progress is key on this hole.
Yeah, that drive from Evan is nuts. You basically have a hyzer from there.
Good shot from Gavin
nice
here.
Recovery. Really nice recovery. Yeah, wow. So good.
Straight shot there. Must have had nothing in there. Almost, I think you might have pitched out a little too far, honestly.
Yeah, I get the thought process there. They're like, basically, take what you got there and take your bet on the next shot.
Oh, going high Annie.
It appears to be making its way through that. Might have kicked towards the end, though.
Forward progress, though, again. That's the crucial part on this hole.
Here we go. Evan Smith is in perfect position. Got the hyzer. Just needs to beat that one tree, and it looks like it.
Oh, didn't quite. Almost had it. Still, I mean, he'll have a jumper for birdie.
That's admirable.
Yeah, easy up and down for the par. Obviously, you'd like a birdie, but nothing wrong with that.
I have never seen somebody elect to throw hyzer flips on flex Annie shots before like this. It's crazy. That's what he does every time, and it's you got a lot of confidence in that disc to flip over when you're throwing a shot on a hyzer line out to the right to get it to go left.
Mm-hmm.
That's impressive.
Good up shot from Paul there. Little tree assist at the end. Not that it needed it.
Nobody had too much trouble with hole 17.
No, shockingly. Maybe it's only hard for us.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess that makes sense. It really helps just getting all that distance off the tee, though. Nobody really had super early trouble. And that's ultimately what makes this hole super difficult.
Oh.
That's a shame not to get the birdie from where his drive was.
But again, you're okay with the par here. It's a very, very tough hole overall, even though it doesn't really look like it right now.
Yeah, people are just going to think we're liars, I think.
That's fine.
I swear. Difficult.
You'll have to come out and try the course yourself.
Yeah,
You'll see. Didn't like that out of his hand. Great line, just inch too low there for Luke. Solid par putt for Evan. Bunch of tap outs here. Paul staying at that 10 under par mark right now. Bogey for Luke. We head into the final hole of the tournament, hole 18. Shout out to Discraft. This man right here, sponsor, has hole 18, 872 foot par 4. Got to get a long ways out there on this drive. That's not looking great. That's going to be a lot of bit too far left in those left woods. You want to be on the right side, kind of on that gravel road, and follow that down, and then it's all the way to the parking lot from there. That one's
a little
looking...
more turn, but similar,
nope, still not.
Shot. Yeah.
Both first two shots, same mistake, just not turned enough.
Those are going to be practically on top of each other. Forehand here.
Forehand. If you have a big enough forehand, it makes sense.
It makes a ton of sense. Yeah, you just have to be able to really get it out there.
And that's a flip. A little too much hyzer, maybe? Yeah. Being this right side stuff. Not fun in there either. Really not fun left or right. I think I'd rather be left than right, but not fun in either.
You know Luke Samson's got a disc that'll flip.
Yeah.
That's looking pretty good.
Right on the road.
Yeah, that's
nothing wrong with that.
perfect.
Gavin looking high at the Sandheiser line here.
Yeah, when your drive is not ideal, you kind of just need to make sure you can get past the wall of trees.
That's great.
That's really good. He even took more off than that. But you're kind of just making sure you get yourself in a position to get up and down for par. I snuck it through there. That
Pushing to the right side a little bit.
wasn't great.
Where Paul's at. Oh, Paul got all the way up to the line of trees, but what do we have here?
Come on.
Decent shot from back there.
I'd say.
Yeah, nothing. I mean, he'll still have a little bit up and down, but stress-free now. I mean, he made that shot look a lot easier than most people would. Good flip up here from Luke, pushing
It's coming in pretty quick.
straight forward. Yeah,
Really nice.
Great shot from Luke there. That's how you play this hole.
Yeah.
That's a good way to end out the tournament. Gavin with a straightforward forehand approach. Shout out to the Bedford County Parks and Rec. They put a ton of work into this course overall. And then you probably just saw the little glimpse of the bleachers on hole 18. They brought that in. They cut out a whole driving range for this course right before this tournament. They did a ton of work to not only this course, but all the courses in the area. And I know it was much appreciated by me as the TD, but also by all of the players. Very obvious how much effort they put into these courses. Up shot from Paul there. He'll have that left for his par. Finished the round out at 10 under, which is an insane round. Good putt from Evan to wrap out with the par. Solid performance by him all weekend. Being under par through 3 rounds at a course like this.
No small task.
It looks like a small task when you have someone 24 under through 3 rounds, but it's not. Being under par at all is very impressive.
Yeah, that guy who's 24 under plays this course a lot.
Yeah, and there you have it. Your 2021 Battle for Bedford champion, Mr. Paul McBeth. Very impressive showing from all these guys, really, as Luke's tapping out here with a birdie to go to 8 under. But obviously a very impressive tournament from Paul and very, very impressive final round. Unheard of, all in all, to be able to put together 3 rounds like that and a 10 under par to wrap it all out. Luke thanking the crowd.
Your 2021 Battle for Bedford champion, Paul McBeth.
He denied the trophy because his hands are too dirty. So that's why that exchange is a little awkward. Thanks again to the Disc Golf Guy providing this coverage. There it is, the final standings. Evan Smith, our lead car, was able to stay the only 4 in the entire field of nearly 100 players under par. Very impressive, and hopefully you enjoyed the coverage, and you'll see us again next year.